Welcome back to part 6 to Let's Build and Flip a PC. And unfortunately, the last PC build that I did was about a month ago, so I still have that up for sale. But what do you do when you build a PC and it still hasn't sold? You build another one that's more expensive. So stick around and let's go through the parts list. Now let's get started with the parts list. Now for the motherboard, I went with the ASRock B550 Phantom Gaming 4. This is a full ATX motherboard. I was able to get this off of eBay for $50, which is a really good deal. Now for the CPU, I went with a Ryzen 5 3600. It's a 6-core, 12-thread CPU with a base clock of 3.6 gigahertz and a max boost up to 4.2 gigahertz. I got this CPU off Macari. I paid $80 for it. It did come with a Ryzen 7 CPU cooler, but I decided to go a different route for this PC. I decided to try something different with the CPU cooler, so I went with the AIO instead of an air cooler. The AIO I went with was a Cooler Master Liquid ML120 version 2 RGB. I got this off of Amazon for $70, but if you want to copy this build and you want to save some money, you can definitely go for an air cooler, which is a much cheaper option. I also decided to try something new with the RAM sticks, and I went with the RGB kit. I went with the Silicon Power 16 gigabyte clocked at 3200 megahertz, which the RAM sticks also match perfectly with the motherboard. Now for the storage, I went with a Team Group 512 gigabyte M.2. I got this off of Amazon for $30. I've bought and used the same M.2 on many of my PC builds and flips, and I never had any issues with them. And now that we got the main parts out of the way, let's get started with the build. Now, before we get to the good parts, I'm gonna be honest when it comes to this PC case, and it is the worst PC case that I've worked in. You don't have any space for wire management. Now, the bottom side of the PC is all exposed, so you can see the power supply, and it's just open so you can see all your wiring. Of course, the selling point of this PC is the front infinity mirror, which is the reason why I bought it. It also only comes with one exhaust fan, so I decided to get a little creative and I made my own infinity mirror for the bottom of the PC case. I do plan on making more custom plates like this, so if anyone's interested, I can make a video on how to make it. So drop some comments and let me know what you think. So since this PC case only came with one rear exhaust fan, of course I had to upgrade the fans. I went with the Asia Horse 120mm ARGB 3-pack, which I got off of Amazon for $26. And not to say the best for last is the graphics card. The graphics card that I went with was a GTX 1070 Founders Edition, and I was able to get this on Macari for $150. For the power supply, I got this really good deal. I got it off the EVGA website, which you should really check out. I got this 600 watt gold rated power supply. I got it used for $35. It was such a good deal that I picked up 2, because for a 600 watt gold rated for $35, it's a no-brainer. To tie this PC all together, of course, I went with some cable extensions. Cable extensions I went with was this brand called Formula Mod, and I picked these up on Amazon for $24. And now that we went through the rest of the parts, let's finish off this build. If you're looking to copy this build, here's a breakdown of the parts and the prices that I paid for. I'll also have links up in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much as I enjoyed building this PC. And as always, thank you for watching.